Blue Beetle movie review. Blue Beetle is out. DC comic book hero. Blue Beetle. Da 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 da. Miguel from Cobra Kai, baby. He's got his own star and role. He rolls from Cobra Kai on into the Blue Beetle. Jaime Reyes. It's been a lot of people who have been to Blue Beetle over the years. I never really followed him. I see him as mostly a side character that shows up, so I don't really know how far it goes back, but I know many people have had this Beetle. I know the story of Blue Beetle. Like, the Beetle chooses who it wants to be its host, and it attaches itself to them and give them this special suit and special power. Um, this is like the Mexican Black Panther. They saw how Black Panther came in, so they went full on Mexican, baby. DC went all out on this. They went full Mexican. I said, man, they went full Mexican. I mean, it is so much Mexicano in this one. And what I say, George Lopez is just drop dead hilarious because he was funny this entire film. But to be completely honest, even though you got the Mexican Black Panther movie, George Lopez was saving this movie so much, especially when he had that truck, the taco, baby. The taco got stolen. And man, he passed out and fainted. Man, that was just hilarious. You know, he was, when the movie was getting just a little too corny, because it was hitting the corny notes like woo, monologue, 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 monologue. I'm like, my goodness, how many monologues are there gonna be in this film? It was a lot of monologues. They could not have a regular conversation without it turning into a doggone monologue. So he would come in and break all of that up and bring in some continuity. But the overall story, was it interesting? Yeah, well, it's a breath of fresh air because it's about the character. It's about this actual character. It's not about him trying to join the Justice League or he's trying to team up with Batman. And, it's it was about the Blue Beetle. And that's a breath of fresh air. You don't get that too much now. Everybody today want to take a little bit of something and make it a big something. Yeah, I saw it twice already. We had an embargo not to say nothing earlier, but somebody had did a written one and broke the embargo thing, and I wasn't finna do it just because they did it. A lot of people just bashing it because they mad at James Gunn and he had nothing to do with this film whatsoever. This was done before he was even a part of the DC franchise. This film was made before that transition even took place. So they're saying that they're pretty much going to reboot all this anyway. So this is like a one and out. But I like the fact that they went full Mexicano on this. Like everybody, the family, it focused on Jaime Reyes and his family and where they was in Mexico and where they from Mexico. They just took it with them. And it was just funny just seeing the family, but they just got really corny with stuff. When it got like almost near the end or in the middle, it was just like over the top. A lot of it was over the top. Now, how does this play out with everything else? Well, I'm glad you asked. Thanks for your sacrifice for watching this movie. It's not a bad movie. It's not a bad movie at all. I mean, some of the stuff look great when he's actually the Blue Beetle. It looks great. It's just so corny at times. You're just like, you're not invested in these monologues. But the guy Sholo, I believe that's how he says his name. He was good. The guy who plays Miguel, who's the star of the movie, he's great in it. Here's a detraction from the movie: the female love interest. She to me was horrific. I mean, my God, the female rich girl who's really the owner of the company. Her father was the Blue Beetle, but he couldn't get the Beetle to work for him, which is called the Scarab. The Scarab wouldn't work for him, so he had to invent his own weapons. And you go out and fight crime with those, and then he just disappeared, and no one ever seen him again. So her evil auntie Susan Sarandon's running the company, and she's just doing whatever she wants. Now, you ask me, I don't know why Susan Sarandon's keeping this girl right here alive, because it doesn't make any sense. But anyway, she is. But her acting in this movie was horrific. I mean, really horrific. No chemistry whatsoever with her and Miguel. It was just, she was just, I'm like, they should get Sam from doggone Cobra Kai. Just grab Sam, get Sam LaRusso from Cobra Kai and roll with that. So she decides to sneak it out of the lab, and she tells him don't open it or whatever. And of course, his family, who's so over the top, they all grab it, start playing with it. Then he takes it from them. Then the thing activates once he grabs it, and it attaches itself and found the host, and attaches himself to Jaime Reyes. Then they played a joke on how Americans always screw up Mexicans' names. They played that joke into the ground. And Susan Sarandon just refuses to call this Mexican guy by his name. And she just calls him Sanchez. She calls everybody down there in Spanish Sanchez. It's just so makes white people look really racist. There were Mexican cartoons they showed. This thing was like Via Mexico. They did a good job representing Mexico. Fun movie though. I give it 2.5 stars out of 4. It's watchable. It's a fun movie. I mean, you could watch it and get by. You're gonna laugh a lot. There's a lot of like jokes in there. A lot of it's corny. You can get by a lot of stuff, but it's cool when he turns into the Blue Beetle and start doing stuff. So I was just happy to see a movie that's focused on the character. You know, it's like, okay, we're focused on this character. We're not trying to shoe in somebody else. We're not trying to shoe in, here comes Batman. I heard there was a beetle in town. I don't like beetles. You know, Flash coming in, slowing stuff down, going back in time. We didn't need that. How long did it feel? Well, it was about, I would say it was about 2 hours. It did feel kind of long. Like you feel a little bit of the longevity of the film, you know, as it goes on. I'm not going to spoil any of the stuff that happens, but yeah, you kind of feel it a little bit. The main villain, well, let's just say it's almost like a mirror match. You know, they follow the Marvel strategy, Marvel DC, you know, mirror match, mirror match, mirror match. You know, so Blue Beetle is gonna be going against basically a red beetle. It's just a mirror match, but it was different. There's a lot of heart in the movie. You know, so from that aspect alone, you saw a lot of heart displayed in the film. Yeah, so it's about family, love, heart. It reminds you of the movie Upgrade. If Upgrade was silly. If Upgrade got really silly and wasn't as serious, this is Upgrade. This is exactly Upgrade. If you hadn't seen Upgrade, you're not a movie fan. But when you have Angel Manuel Soto, who's directing this, he was gonna like Mexican the hell out of this. And boy did he ever. He brought all of the whole cast, starring cast, everybody's Mexican. So this is Black Panther. This is Mexican Panther, baby. I'm telling you, we had Black Panther. They should have called it the Mexican Beetle. It, well, the CGI did not look corny in this movie. I didn't think it looked corny at all. A lot of it looked really good. Yeah, well, I hate to pick on the female lead or take one character out. I just felt she really missed the mark. I don't know if it was direction, writing, or whatever, but she just really missed the mark. Well, it's a lot better than the Blue Beetle that showed up in Smallville. Many moons ago, there was a Blue Beetle in there. My goodness. I'm just like, what? Well, yeah, that's why I remember it. Well, of course. And white people got to stop this. You know what I'm saying? White people got to stop blaming. And this is white folks. This ain't brothers. This is white people. Stop. Just because it's an all Mexican cast for the superhero movie, all you guys are outraged over the movie. Why are you outraged over a movie, over a superhero character, but because they showed a lot of Mexican culture and Mexican things that relate to Mexico and Mexican this and Mexican that? That what you got a problem with? That's why you don't like the movie? They should have went with another actor instead of the lead. Why? Who you want? Topher Grace to play Jaime Reyes? Like, this is what kills me. You can eat all the Mexican food you want. Y'all order Mexican food all the time. You go in there, dance Mexican. You marry Mexicans. You do everything Mexican. You go visit Mexico. And you go to all their places, their islands, and claim it as yours. But you can't watch them on the screen? Now, yeah, that's not even racism no more. That's just stupidity. It's ignorance. You drink their beer, their tequila, every damn thing. But you can't watch them on the goddamn screen. Them on the screen is a problem. They gotta be y'all up there playing Mexican. Brad Pitt. It's Uncle Chulo. Hey. Hey, so what's up, senor? Mio. Hey, come on, man. Y'all, it's getting crazy out here. The female lead, her real name is Bruna Marquezine, which I've never heard of Marquezine in my life. I've heard of Marquez, but it's Marquezine. And she got the role, and she was very happy she got this role. Everything, Bruna getting the call for the film. Well, I thought it was excellent the way they did it. I just don't think the chemistry was good at all. I think they muffed it. It seems like they screwed up the whole. Yeah, it's like his character and her character, they were more like brother and sister. She was like a cousin to him in the movie, more than like a love interest. It just. Well, the sister was funny. When the movie first started, she was good, but then it got really crazy as it got closer and closer to the end. End credit scene. I saw one at the mid credit scene. I didn't stick around for the second one. George Lopez is the savior of scenes. When the scenes are getting too corny, he comes in and gives it some humor that was definitely necessary. Because when he got a truck that he called a taco, baby, and this dude jumped in his truck and took off, Thompson, no, 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 no. Did he take the taco? Man, he was in so much of a panic mode. He just fainted. He got to a point where he just passed out. He was, oh no, not the time. Man, when it is so funny when you see it happen live. He was hilarious throughout, man. The sister, I thought, did a great job acting, but then she was kind of out of it for a minute. Carapax. Yeah, Carapax and him, they jump all in, and well, Carapax is like the AR voice that comes with this alien technology. No, I'm not gonna do that. I don't think they were going towards a Young Justice movie or anything. Like I said, this movie was good at building its own thing. And that's why I think that it needs to remain. Like, keep it all Blue Beetle. Films used to do that. And they've kind of gotten away from keeping everything into its own world. And that's why I liked about, like I say, Iron Man 3, when I really didn't like certain things in there. One thing I did like is how they kept it grounded to Tony Stark. Like, let's just keep it about Tony. Let's not try to bring in the other Avengers right now. We got Avengers movies for that. You know. Well, the big, well, that was a problem. What Marvel problem was, it was just everybody was riding a wave with them. And what Beetle does is, as DC has no direction as to where it wants to go, it took a risk on trying to say, hey, let's get the Latinos over here and get that Latino support. We need to show a movie showcasing the Latino side, and let's get that in here and get the Latino dollars. So DC went full ahead and said, okay, we really ain't showing no love. We got to have our own Black Panther over here for the Mexicans. So Blue Beetle became that. And this is an overload of Mexicano. So, yeah, you've had a lot of stuff. With DC, you can't really know what's coming. They got Teen Titans, you got the Batman Part 2, you got the Joker Part 2, you got Superman and Lois, which is a good show. It's on the level of this. If they had the same writers, because I swear this so much corny stuff that happened on there, it's crazy. You got Waller. If you look at what happened to Shazam and the Fury of the Gods, then you had the Flash. All of it is white. Then you got Aquaman. You got the Hawaiians and Samoans taken care of now, and then now you got more whites, whites. So blue. Right, you got Superman Legacy coming, and that's white, gay, and white. Lanterns is coming, white, white, and possibly gays. So, right. So you got this whole universe coming. Peacemaker is the only thing that I've seen that I've been yeah, good old Peacemaker. Now I like the Peacemaker. So hilarious show, good setup, and James Gunn. They just don't like James Gunn because of what they think he's going to do. But I haven't seen a bad James Gunn movie. I'm like, Guardians 3 wasn't bad. Right, they pissed over Snyder, so they want to take it out on movies, and they want to take it out on this movie that really means a lot for the Latino community, especially the Mexicans. This movie means a lot, because this is saying something. They put a big budget around a movie that is not normally centered around them. Well, DC, one day, they'll be searching for that black character to come out that they can, put out there. Marvel got them beat with Black Panther, so they was, damn it, why didn't we think of that? We got some black characters in here. Find them. They sprinkled out around here. What about Cyborg? Yeah, who? He was black. Ah, screw that. We gotta start all over. We've already brought him out. Go look up some black DC characters. We gotta dig it out. Yeah, Blue Beetle, didn't he appear in The Boys too? I don't know if he did. I could have sworn he did. Mm. Well, I don't like these spinoffs. It's so many spinoffs and all this stuff is going on. So, will Blue Beetle save DC? Blue Beetle. I don't know if Blue Beetle will do all of that. What I can tell you is Blue Beetle will contend. With a lot of these other shows that they got, he will contend. But putting it on the pedestal with these other shows, um, the grandmother scene was really like, it was, yeah, it was something. I don't want to see a Young Justice movie. Please don't. I do not want to see Young Justice. Leave it as a cartoon. Keep the Blue Beetle right where it's supposed to be. You got a Mexican superhero. Let him be Mexican. Let him go ahead and Mexican it out. Will they be a part two? Well, it all depends how this is going to play out. I just think they need more development with chemistry between, you know, the female lead character and Miguel's character, which is Sholo. I think that's the way you pronounce his name, Sholo. So this is going to resonate a lot with Hispanics because they're going to remember some of the things that was on here, like the cartoons, the TV shows they mentioned. Now, a lot of us here, we probably wouldn't catch a lot of that stuff, but Latinos are going to love it. You know, they're going to crack up. They're going to be able to identify with a lot of this stuff. And it was cool. You know, and I'm not Latino at all, but still, I appreciated the film. Some of the jokes is funny, and some of the stuff is just corny. Too many monologues, but still, 2.5 stars out of 4. I ain't have a problem with it. Miguel's character was fine. Blue Beetle character, he was not the problem. The female lead, she was the problem. Her acting, and I don't know if this was the direction they wanted her character to be in, but she was flat, like hitting a flat note the whole time. Like she was not there. Miguel's family, George Lopez, to me, stole the show. He was great. Everything he did in here was absolutely fabulous. The taco, baby, that taco scene had me cracking up. The way he committed to that. You know, I've seen this happen when somebody's like, hey, he took my car. Man, you knew how much he cared about the car. He took the taco! Oh no, he didn't take the taco. He was in so much panic when he saw him take the taco. He just passed out. He couldn't even go no more, boy. He took the taco. Oh God, he took the taco. Man, when you see it happen, man, he passed out. He was so mad he passed out. He couldn't believe it. He took the taco. That's his prize truck, baby, the taco. Man, you don't touch the taco, baby. Man, he was so he passed out. He was like, oh look at boy, he didn't know what to do with himself. He was looking out the window like the car was gonna come back. And he just man, he took the taco. Man, I died laughing, man. That was hilarious. My man just he took the taco. He was out. Oh man, that was funny. The internet is going to try to bash it because they believe that they want this movie. They hate James Gunn right now. They want to see Snyder. Bring back Snyder. So before anything comes out, they just comes in and start attacking. And I'm like, damn, these dudes just don't give them. They just, we gotta, in order this to stop this universe, that's it. No, it's. I think they're gonna probably do a get a part two if they hit a certain benchmark. If not, then no. Well, see, that's what you're supposed to do. Each family member has a certain thing that they do that they're good at, and they have their own personal quality. So when you're getting introduced to Jaime Reyes, you're getting introduced to the entire family. Even though it comes off as corny, um, well, we don't know. People got to stop calling him the first character of the new, right, of the new DCUE. You know, it's like we don't know if this character is the first one because this is not nothing to do with James Gunn. Yeah, I just think we need to, we got to get out of. Well, I think for one, we need to learn to get out of the the mirror matches. We're doing mirror matches way too much. It's extreme. Yes, it's basically Upgrade, the movie Upgrade, or Venom. The symbiote suit and all that, and he's got them. They talk to him, so it's the format is similar to that, except for there's a family here instead of them being by himself. Jaime Reyes has family. And that's the change in the dynamic. But other than that, it's pretty much played out the same way. Yeah, well, right. I don't need to see Batman shoehorned in. I don't need any of any of those things. So yeah, I'm cool with the film. So go check it out. Don't forget to hit the and for all the people that join the membership, we're gonna go ahead and do the movie live breakdown. That's gonna be cool. You get to watch a movie with me if you're a Screen Fiend level. So we're gonna do that. And I'm out.